was Milan.
Milan.
Depends if you're talking
Milano.
Italian or English.
Or English, yes. Okay, all right.
Yeah, so wait, okay. Now we talk about the natural progression, rites of passages of relationships.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And you meet, you start hanging out. You start hanging out more. You have 2 apartments. You start hanging out, 6, 7 days a week. You're like, okay, let's move in together. You move in together. You test that out. It seems to work. You get a pet together. Usually a goldfish or something, sort of testing the water.
Who the hell wants a goldfish? What do? They just swim around? Unless you're Gilbert Arenas or your huge tank.
I've never gotten a fish with a girl before. I was just sort of making that up.
Hypothetically right now, you're speaking about Ryan.
Thank you, Lisa. Thank you. Lisa defends me every time. Ben's being passive-aggressive, trying to make it seem like it's not about me in this relationship.
No, I think women...
you are the authority, Ben.
Well, you know what I'm saying, Ryan? Nadia had 3 dogs.
Oh, right.
When we met. So we didn't get another dog until after... Were we married yet? I don't think we're married yet, but I'm sure you had dogs when you started dating Dawn.
I think I had 4.
4, yeah. But there was part of it. Was there any? What's the word I'm looking for?
Like
the way
that from him?
No, the way that they interacted with Dawn that make you feel secure with who he was. That maybe you could have, kids. I mean, did you use your animals as a test at all?
I did not personally know.
So if Dawn had walked in,
your son is a test with Dawn.
Oh,
Asher was the test with Dawn.
Interesting.
The dogs I did not even think about at all. I just assumed he liked animals, and he seemed to. But we kicked them out of the bedroom. They used to sleep in the room with me.
And was that him?
That was him. But I'm glad he did. I'm glad he made me do that.
So I
sleep much better without them in the room.
If your dogs, Dawn had walked in the room, and all 4 of them just, every time he walked in, barked.
And hated him.
You wouldn't it would give you a little pause?
I don't know if it would have given me pause.
No pun intended.
They didn't, no pun intended, Pause. I don't think it would have given me pause. I would have just thought maybe that they weren't used to him yet. And he came and went. He didn't move here and live here full time, for a couple of months. We were going back and forth to California. So I would have... I don't know. I just thank God they liked him.
I came on a lot in the beginning with Nadia, to the fact where she started calling me the UPS man, because I would just come deliver and drop off and then leave.
Got it.
But I think with what I was getting at was that there is a progression. Now, some people don't get animals, right? Some people have kids or whatever, but it's not done as a test as much as it is sort of like the next step into the progression of marriage. Where are we with that, Ryan?
There's an M.
Why are we talking about this?
Had to thought about it. You've moved in with this woman. You've introduced her to your mom. You have bought a cat together.
A cat is not a baby.
Do you both take care of the cats?
Yes, we do.
Not just her or not just you. Because I would say in my household, 95% of the time I am taking care of the dogs.
Oh no, my girlfriend makes it very known in the house that I'm going to do work as well, which is an amazing thing for the relationship. But she'll be like, Ryan, I need you to do this, this, and this. So there's never a time. Ben, you saw it. How did you explain it at the dinner?
You saw it too.
You mean at dinner?
Yeah, she has got Mr. Hoppe right. Look.
Well, yes, you're right. Yeah.
Do you have a leather strap that goes around the back of your neck with a ball, like an 8-ball that goes in your mouth?
You like that sound effect?
Yeah. Does she put it on you?
No. I'm feeling alive. I'm back on the keto diet, so I feel like garbage, but I feel very awake. a good mix.
When did you start keto?
2 days ago, because I got a checkup this week at the doctor, and my health is great, but I'm up to 286, which is the weight I was 3 years ago, pretty much when I began on this show. I don't know why I said that, implying that the show's the reason I gained weight. So I was like, I need to lose weight. Doing Miggs and Swig just puts so much pressure on me, bro.
I think that the excitement, like when you're on the Mike show, it's excitement. It's like a cardio workout.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
oh, man. I'm going to begin. Yes, we do Blue Apron.
It's pretty easy to eat keto.
Yeah, just meat and cheese.
forget about the keto for a second. I want to get back to this relationship.
Yeah.
Do you text her and ask her what she wants for dinner, honey?
We'll cook together if she's home on time, but she goes to class Monday through Thursday, 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. So a lot of times she'll eat at the mall that she goes to class at, while then I'll like either go to Publix and get like a take-home dinner that's keto. The last few days I've been doing it. Awesome. Riveting, right? It's great.
No, it is. Because it's, look, I believe, at least I like to believe, that there's somebody for everybody, right? And she is a personality, your personality.
That's one way to put it.
Well, no, it seems to work,
she
right?
She seems to really like you.
She does. And you obviously like her, and it's nothing against you. It's nothing against her. Your personalities match. Unlike Luna and Mr. Jones.
Yeah, Mr. Jones.
Jones, but I love how you're always blaming. You're dead set on that it's Mr. Jones.
I'm just messing.
If it's that little nasty Luna.
Well, Luna is a bitch. Mr. Jones is trying to introduce himself, trying to hang out, and she just began hissing. It was, and it's like bad hissing, like where even when he left the room, she kept hissing, and I was like, you can chill. Like, we're good now, Luna. Like she was like that, bro. Like, she was shaking, and then when I would pet her, she kept hissing, and it's like, and I was talking to her. Me and Luna had a talk. I said, listen, Luna, when I adopted you 3 years ago, you were dying and I wasn't aware. And then I had to have my mom help pay to save your life. And then you went under my old house that I lived at in a bad neighborhood for a week. And then I had to get a GoFundMe account to save your life. So you little ungrateful cat need to relax when we bring somebody else around, because we've done a lot for you. And then she looks at me and hisses. Then I realize I'm talking to a cat.
Yeah.
She doesn't really understand. I think cats probably understand tone of voice like dogs do.
I don't think she cares.
I have a cat. They don't. They might hear you, but they're not listening.
Oh, God.
That is Ben Swig to the T. Yes, Ben.
Wait, the question.
Man, you are like Dr. Swig. Did you get some advice from Nadia on how to be? Man, you're just on, dude. I can tell you were on it today.
My wife therapized me this morning for the first time.
How did that even start?
Conversation that we had earlier about me shutting down and going in my hole. And then she wrote me this text this morning about, and I love how she does it. She goes, in my work, because she knows that like it's not really something that anybody wants to hear from their wife, much less their therapist wife. Like if you have a therapist as a wife, you don't want to be therapized. And I just made that word up. Like you don't want your wife.
Don's not a therapist, but a lot of times I feel like he therapizes me also.
And I'm not either. And I can talk, I can do the deal. But when your wife is an actual licensed therapist who deals with all kinds of issues, sometimes you don't want to hear it. But anyways, we're not talking about me right now.
Yeah, we can. Why not? It's the Miggs and Swig show. It's not Hoppe Hour, which you can get on every podcasting app by searching Hoppe Radio. Yeah.
It's the Miggs and Swig show today. So, because we have no Don Miggs, but we do have a Lisa DiPartolo Miggs. All right, so.
Yeah. What's going on?
One other question about you didn't want Mr. Jones?
I did. No. I did because I'm not a pushover at the house, bro. Like, no, like, I was nervous, and everybody overlooks the fact that on Saturdays I get up at 3 a.m. So pardon me when I was a little tired at a dinner where I'd been up for 16 hours, and I'm amongst a lot of successful people that I'm going to be like in a few years. Can I help you? Thank you.
Nothing, and even if she's the alpha in the relationship, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing, like I said, there's whatever you guys have, and I'm not,
I love that
assumption that you're, the bitch, but I am saying that there's something, whatever you guys have, it works.
It works wonderfully. I've never been happier. This love I have, I didn't even have for 1 second with my last 2 girlfriends. Like, I care about her more than anything.
There you go.
And I would say that she cares about you more than anything, because if she is actually taking the time to voice her needs and her concerns, then she wants this to work.
Yeah. And
Instead
why
of just brushing things under the rug like a lot of people do when you're not getting what you need.
She's got a whipping boy. What? Who does whatever she wants. Why wouldn't she want to stay in that?
But at the same time, it's not bad whipped where it's like no, Ben, it's my turn. Listen, it's like no, it's just, how bad is it to be whipped to have a nice house where you guys do things equally and you love each other and you have someone beautiful to sleep next to? And I mean, if that is being called whipped, I've had listeners, and this is not me defending myself by complimenting myself, but I've had so many people recently go, dude, how did you do it? I'm looking for a relationship. And I go, that's the exact problem you have, is you're acting like a relationship is like winning the lottery. It's like, enough of the, if Hoppe can do it, I can do it. It's just, everybody overthinks dating. Like, relax.
Again, I think I said it earlier. There's somebody for everybody.
Yeah.
Into that.
Well, I found it.
Exactly. And so whatever that was, or whether you're looking for it, or whatever the dynamic is, it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter if you're the bottom, she's the top. If you're the top, she's the bottom. If you're the alpha, it doesn't matter. Whatever it is, it works.
You're really into that bottom or top example. Like, you're really always pushing that, Ben.
Well, I think that's a dynamic in a relationship.
There's just a lot of other ways to explain who's the alpha. Not everybody I've ever met goes top or bottom, but Ben Swig, whenever he talks about relationships, he always brings up the top or bottom thing. There might be more to that, Ben. There might be more to it.
Who do you think is the top and the bottom in my relationship with Tom?
Oh.
In you.
Me?
Yeah.
Top?
Top. In the bedroom, I would say you're the top. I would say that this is so awkward. But I think that in the relationship dynamic, as far as the alpha, I think you both have alpha tendencies, and so
that is true.
I think that they can be a switch.
I think so too.
But I think that for the most part, you're not going to lose.
I would say so.
You're the alpha.
I do
Top
really,
alpha.
really look to him for advice, though, and life experience help. If I'm having a hard time about something, he's really good to talk to about helping me to regulate, a decision that I'm trying to get to.
Yeah, and that doesn't,
He's really good at that.
I'm sure in a wolf pack, the alpha listens to other members of the pack on, hunting ideas or, where they can hide and camouflage or whatever it is. But when it comes down to making the decision, the alpha makes the decision. Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
No, go ahead. No. Yes, she does.
True.
Look, I don't know if, you saw Nikki and I.
Yeah.
Our relationship.
What was that like?
2 alphas.
Yeah.
For the most part, and it was a constant battle. Just like, when you see dogs and you see two alpha dogs, they'll always try to battle for, or what's the rams, sheep,
yes.
button heads until someone breaks their neck. And that's what Nikki and I do.
And I think you and Nikki, I think that you guys didn't have enough common ground with the two of you. You have your hobbies and interests and things, and she had hers, but I never really saw like a common ground with you guys. Like, you kind of almost lived separate lives, but then you came together because of Asher, but I almost felt like it was separate lives with you guys.
Oh yeah, and that's again,
which doesn't work in a marriage.
Yeah, that's what happens when you marry a cat.
Oh,
I mean, really, try having a relationship with a cat who only comes around when he wants, to be pet or fed.
Can you change that about yourself?
I'm trying.
Because you're already aware of it. Multiple people make you aware of that.
I'm aware. I'm just saying it. Well, I think there are moments.
Alter, not change, but just alter.
In my experience on this earth so far,
Yeah.
I have my character defects, right? That is.
You do? I didn't know.
Yeah, there's a few kinks in the armor here, Ryan. Surprisingly enough. But yes, there are kinks in the armor. Now, being aware of it is one thing. Having moments of, I think being aware of it's a major part of it, right? But then changing it is a different thing. And I've had moments where I've, woken up and coming back. But I think the underlying character defect is hard to, at least for me, I know other people might be able to get through them, but it's like a zebra can never change its stripes, but a zebra might be able to be aware of them and, try to, I don't know what the word is, but I think for me, at least, my character defects are always there. And sometimes when I don't do the things I'm supposed to do, they come to the surface, if that makes any sense.
It does make sense. It does.
I think it's part of my DNA. Just that
So it's almost impossible for you to do a 360.
No, because I have
180, whatever.
360. No, I'm good at 360s. That's come right back to where you started. No, but the 180. I mean, I've had moments. I mean, in time where I've paid attention to it. Gotten therapy and done all the other stuff to be able to at least be in that moment of 180 difference, but. Sometimes I revert back. So the underlying character, does that make any sense?
It does, yeah, it does.
Whatever selfishness or other things, maybe it's just part of my DNA. I don't know. I don't know if other people can completely change when you talk about character defects. I constantly have to be aware of them, work on them. If not, I forget about them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyways, we gotta go to commercial, right?
Oh, we do.
Yeah, because it's getting hot in here talking about all my crap. We have Lisa DeBartolo, Miggs, Ryan Hoppe. This is Ben Swig. You are listening to Miggs and Swig Show. We're gonna go to commercial, and then come back and talk about this life of ours and so much more. Miggs and Swig.
And Swig on 102.5.